All right, main room. This is a tactics and strategy video. This is your blueprint for trading every single day. Strategy, big picture, tactics, smaller picture, what's happening right now. I'm going to use the ES chart. Our most powerful play is a gap fill. Now, I will answer everyone's questions about anything in this video after the video is done. A gap is if you open above or below the previous session's range. A lap, L-A-P, is if you open within the previous session's range, away from the point of control and the close that allows you enough room to run to that magnet of the point of control or the close. Why are these our most important, powerful trades? Because this is the only time of the day when a majority of participants will be working together to get back to the middle. If you open gap up and you are long the previous day, you are most likely going to take profits. If you open gap down and you are short, you are most likely going to close those positions and take profits. If you are short and the market opens gap up, you're going to try to short like crazy to get back to where you were so you don't lose your shirt. If you open gap down and you were long, you're going to start buying to try to get back to where you were so you don't lose your shirt. The majority of participants will be working together at that time. The gap fill is valid all day long until the day is over. If the market opens gap up or gap down and starts heading in the direction of the gap, it is very dangerous to try to sell in a gap up or to buy in a gap down. You have no idea where this thing is going to stop. If you run into an edge, for example, an inverse short or a reversal long, it is a one contract trade against the gap fill. If you open gap up or gap down and you're looking to play the gap fill, I would go with two contracts. You have a gap fill reversal long, a gap fill inverse long, a gap fill reversal long, possibly a gap fill inverse long. If you're looking short, you have a reversal short. You have an inverse short in this particular situation. Those are two contract trades if you're using two for your full and one for your half. As far as counter trend trades against the gap fill, if you open gap up or you open gap down. If you open gap down and choose to take an inverse short, a reversal short, an inverse short, a reversal short, those are only one contract trades because they are completely against the gap fill, and you are most likely in your best interest to go all in, all out. If the market opens gap up and you try to take an inverse long or a reversal long, They are one contract trades. Does everybody understand this? Yes or no? Yes, you don't have to answer because we go over this every single day in the room. Keep it really simple. Full contract size, unless there are step threes to your left, things of that nature where you would reduce size, but full contract size if you are taking a gap fill. If you're going against a gap fill, half contract size. It is that simple. If you open right on top of the point of control and let's say the close, which is exactly where we're at right now, you have no trade. There is no gap fill. There is no reward for the risk that you are taking. The closer to the middle that you are, the fewer contracts you will take. So what does that mean? If you open in the center and the market moves higher and you're looking for an inverse short, that's a one contract trade. If the market opens in the center and you're looking for an inverse long, that's a one contract trade. If you got to yesterday's high, that could be a 2 or 1 contract trade, depending on what has formed to your left. Do you have an orderly move or do you have step threes to your left? If you're looking to go long, what happened to your left? When you break through those areas, you also then have trades. Most likely one contract trade because you are in the previous session's range. If you are going to take trades, everyone, the first time is the best time, regardless of how many contracts you are using. The second time, at most, assuming that you have valid reward to risk, assuming you don't have step threes to your left. After that, if you are going to take a trade after it has been there more than 2 times, I strongly suggest you do not do it, and it will always be a one contract trade to reduce your risk. I suggest you stop taking trades after 11:30, 11:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Magic golden rule. Why? Because the majority of traders are going to lunch. The participation is not there. End of story. That's the answer. It's not going to change. If you're trading in the afternoon, meaning what? After 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you're not making new highs and new lows, and you've been over these areas several times, don't take trades. You're trading inside of a range with no participation. You are most likely going to get chewed to pieces. And your chances of success are no better than 50%. We're not in this business for 50%. Several people in this room make money in the morning and then throw it away in the afternoon because they feel like they have to do something. You are wrong. You are in this business to make money and keep it. Nothing else. Stop acting as this is a charity or you're a magnanimous, wonderful person. You are here to make money. End of story. You are here to keep money. End of story. As far as trending entries are concerned, In my opinion, trending entries are much more powerful when taken in the course of a gap fill. Everything is not a trending entry, guys. It's got to hit certain parameters first. We're not going over that in this video. We're doing that in the room every day. Trending entries traditionally are when you trend above the previous day's high or you trend below the previous day's low and you're looking for a trade in that direction. They are not nearly as powerful or as strong as gap fill trending entries heading back to the middle because you've got that magnet working for you with both sides on a majority working together to get back to the middle. That is it. End of story. Gap fills generally work better Tuesday through Friday because there's actual real participation holding from Monday night and during the week. Do they work on Monday mornings? They work a little bit more than they don't. But trades still need to be valid. They still need to have reward to risk. That is it for this lesson. It is very simple. Stay within the parameters I have laid out. That is going to solve 90% of your problems and answer 90% of your questions. Outside of that, you are taking entirely too much risk. That is the strategy. Those are the tactics. Where to get in, where not to get in, how many to use. Something that everybody needs to understand that many of you choose to just ignore. If you are profitable for the day, you have choices. You can risk half of what you made. You can risk all of what you made. You can take what you've made and leave. Hence, making and keeping. But if you choose to risk half or all of what you made, either choice doesn't matter. If you lose or you break even on your next trade, you are done for the day. End of story. If you keep winning, you can keep going. The other day, Ryan Walden was 12 for 12. Tiffany Rothstein was 7 for 7 on the same day. You keep going, you keep winning. I am fine with that. But the moment you lose or you break even, you are done for the day. Yesterday, a student took 2 perfect gold entries, both first time there, up $620. The same student came back in the afternoon and took 2 trades and was up $45 on the day in the middle of the range at 2:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when they had been there already a dozen times. All of the rules to keep the money were thrown right out the window. Didn't care. Right out the window. When you see a situation like that, leave. Keep the winnings and come back the next day. Not only did they break the rules trading in the middle of the day when you had been there over and over and over again. You had not made new highs or new lows. You were there in the middle of the day a dozen times. They not only lost once, they lost twice. The rules are the rules for a reason. They are there to help you make, and then more importantly, keep what you have made. Everybody always cries ignorance. They didn't know. I wasn't now you know. The video will be on the online campus library. I will answer every single question you have on this video in the room every single day, like I always do. So now you cannot tell me you do not know.